Sorry.
What else you got?
Again, apologize to everyone on stream for the kind of
we get South by Southwest, probably.
bad quality of everything like that. So, but yeah, let's move on to the next thing here. Let's talk about South by Southwest, which was an exhibition that was put on just this last weekend in Austin, Texas, for South by Southwest. The Fighters on the Ground just tournament popped out of nowhere, right?
It basically did. It was really not announced well at all.
Yeah.
People, here's a true story. Yeah. So I was walking around the event, and you know who happened to pop on by, completely unawares, was Seth Killian. And he was just walking through, and he was like, hey, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, aren't you here for the Street Fighter thing? Why else would you be here? And it was like, no, my girlfriend and I were just walking around South by Southwest. We're here for the music. And literally just walking around, and he found out about it that way. So it was not at all well announced. And I also met a guy there who he only found out about it because he was working the event. He just happened to be working it. Wow. And he was looking through for work, like, hey, what's up? What's going on? What am I supposed to do? And then he saw that there was this fighters thing, so...
I actually ran to Seth at the airport, too.
Oh,
really?
It
was really funny, yeah. But, he was just like, I had no idea any of this was going on, so...
So, I don't know how you guys felt about it being there, but as a spectator, it was some of the best Street Fighter V I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of the best tournaments I've ever seen. I literally didn't stream. I didn't stream, like, all 3 days it happened because I just sat there and watched Street Fighter for, like, 3 days straight.
Dude, and I gotta tell you right now, like, Smug, Knuckle Dew, and Punk, and K-Brad, like, those guys are doing such a great job, not only just playing awesome matches, but, like, they're just super entertaining. Like, Smug's reactions are the best. Like, his facial reactions.
There were some good interviews over there, too.
Yeah, shout-outs to F-Word doing a great job interviewing people
that's right.
there. So.
It was really good. I mean, all the players played really, really well, and there was nothing... I mean, the only issue with it was that it wasn't well announced. Everything else was great. The venue itself was really nice, and... It all looked good, and the tournament ran well.
I wonder how many people was in there. I heard it was like...
In the crowd?
Yeah.
Oh, the first 2 days weren't too many because it was they were work days.
Literally 10 people at the end of the first day.
Yeah.
But then by the time it was Saturday, which was the finals day, it was full. There were, I don't know, a couple hundred people.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really interesting because, I mean, so it was 2 pools of 8 players each, and the top 4 made it out of there to go into the top 8 bracket. Punk went 7-0 in his pool, beating guys like Knuckle Dew and Smug and all these crazy guys in there. Then gets into the top 8 bracket and proceeds to go 0-2. And he was so mentally destroyed after that.
Yeah, he was broken, man.
The crazy thing is like if you actually look at his performance for the weekend, he still was one of the best performing players.
Oh yeah.
Because like Smug, I think his record was like 10-1 after winning in winners, and Punk's record is 7-2, which is not actually that much different.
Yeah.
It was a good set that he lost in. I mean, it wasn't like you got eaten up.
No, Punk is amazing, and like I said, I feel like that kind of a loss, this kind of experience, because some of the other top players were talking to Punk in the back. They were like, "I think you let the 7-0 get to your head, and you almost kind of got a little too relaxed and a little cocky at that point, right?" Or maybe he put pressure on himself. You know, either way.
Or maybe he was just exhausted. That was a lot of high level Street Fighter.
A lot of matches.
Like just think of that. Like he went 7-0. Like that was the tournament to get into a tournament.
Right, yeah.
Like that's a lot of high level thinking in Street Fighter to be played some of the best in the world.
3 out of 5.
Exactly, dude. That's a lot.
And I'll tell you though, but after losing that way though, and seeing how it affected him, like I talked to him afterwards, and I was like, you know, just remember this, and this is gonna make you a stronger player, because you're not gonna want to feel this anymore. And so I think he's just going to be that much tougher to beat in future tournaments.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I have no doubt he's going to bounce back from that. But 7th place was Punk and Gamer B. 5th place, Filipino champ, just beating people. God, that he was playing out of his mind.
Played very well.
Yeah, talk about like Shin going with Fong and overachieving. I kind of feel like that's what Champ is doing.
Please have secondary soon.
Justin Wong with Karen, also in 5th place. 4th place, RB Urian. 3rd place, RB Luffy with Armika. 2nd place, Liquid Knuckle Dew.
Bad character.
And 1st place, Smug with Balrog.
Two
How did
Mikas
that
in top 3.
happen? 2 out of the top 3. Oh my goodness.
U.S. players, you mean?
No, Mika
No,
players.
Mika.
Mikas.
players.
Oh, okay, got it.
No, I wasn't surprised about the U.S. thing at this point, but
Yeah.
I think I was honestly most surprised about RB, if I'm being perfectly honest. I didn't really think that he was going to be up there like that.
I didn't think he was. Well,
To be honest.
the first day
But
he
he
got
was-
bodied. He
he's
was like
definitely
0-3 first day or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
He's been playing. It's not like he hasn't been playing.
That's not the issue. I just
Yeah,
didn't
he
think that
just
he was
didn't
going to
play
be up
that
there like that. But
Well, I
he
asked
played
him too. I was like, "Have you been playing?" And he was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I've been playing
He's been
a lot."
streaming.
I was
He's
like,
been
"Oh,
streaming
okay."
all the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Cool,
an
cool.
abundance of RB footage on the
he
internet.
had that sick walking headbutt tech that we
Yeah.
were so enamored
Yeah,
with.
you
and
guys
that
couldn't
was
stop
so
saying that,
difficult.
man.
It's really good.
And then I found out that it's so
It's super easy.
Yeah, it's not
It's
that
so
tough.
easy.
And so
to
I
do,
thought,
was
like,
so
literally,
upset.
like, you'll get it first 2 or 3 times for sure.
Yeah.
It's very easy. So I was like, this is super cool. What about Alex walking headbutt or walking stomp? It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's just a Urian thing.
Yeah.
And then
it
I
is.
was
haven't
like,
had a
what
chance to
about
try it.
Dictator walking stomp? This is gonna be super
Right,
sick.
yeah.
Doesn't really work.
Yeah. It's just the way the charge.
I was
works
like,
with
what
his
about
headbutt.
what if you did like Guile, counter hit some button, then walk up, flash
Flash
kick?
kick.
That would be like the most. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's the Urian thing. I don't know why. Whatever.
Yeah. His moves are just like that probably because it's supposed to move with it. I don't know what the idea is.
I
Oh,
know.
dude,
Yeah.
who knows?
I feel like
Who
it's
Weird
just
knows?
des- design choice
I don't think it
or
was a choice.
unintentional choice.
I don't think it was.
It was.
Choice.
It's probably an accident.
It's pretty
I
sick
don't
though. I hope
know.
that they don't change
yeah.
it because it's cool.
Yeah.
In the
And
patch,
it's-
they're changing the frame or the charge frame buffer
Yeah.
back to make it a little
Yeah.
easier to do some charge moves. Because in this patch, like stuff like Urian 4 medium punch tackle is like significantly more difficult, and then there's other stuff like that. So it probably will be easier next patch.
Yeah. But
Than it is now.
like you said, really awesome Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
play,
that was crazy.
whole-
That entire
whole
thing,
event.
man.
And it's cool because like I know I saw Tom Cannon even talking about this just recently on Twitter. He was saying like he'd like to see more variety in styles of tournaments, not just the open brackets, but some exhibitions
For sure.
and stuff like that. So South by Southwest, awesome, very cool event.
The
And,
format is very similar to what they're doing on E-League, right? Because they have like 4 groups, and then it feeds into like a big bracket.
yeah.
It's like the same
It's very
kind of thing.
Topanga-like. It's just very Topanga-like.
Yeah, for sure.
But man, those groups were killer though. Especially the one group. I really felt that like 7 people could have come out of it. Maybe 6. I mean, really.
6 out of
Momochi
8.
didn't make it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a really
Yeah.
strong group.
But shout outs to Smug. I mean, he worked hard. He played a lot of excellent footsies. You know, he really had to struggle with his character.
You did a lot of target combos in a V-trigger. That must have been.
No, shout out to
Tough hands.
whoever it was on Twitter who said that, he had a lot of, he had some great whiff punishing.
Oh, because he
Yeah.
farted on stage.
Yeah, because he farted at
Wow.
Justin.
Yeah.
That's what Justin claimed.
Yeah.
And Smug didn't deny it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I know.
in fact sort of just was like, yeah, it happened.
yeah.
so why
That's
do you
what
have
I'm
to tell
about.
everybody?
I want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
East Coast, man, a bunch of booger eaters and
You do what you gotta do.
You
man.
see that poster,
Flatulence
that
and-
picture that they have in there?
Yeah.
says
Of
knuckle
Knuckle
do.
Dude?
That's Henry said motivating. He's like, look at what they said about
Dude,
you.
the best part was that, right after they talked about that fart tech, I joked that it was like the Mike Watson tech.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did say
And
that.
I talked to Mike Watson yesterday, and that was like the only time he tuned into the stream. So he literally saw me talking about his tech.
Yeah, he can blow some stinky ones, man.
Oh yeah, he was telling he told
Why
like
you seem
5
so happy
stories
about
about
that?
that.
I'm
He
not
can blow
happy. I
some
just
stinky
I
ones,
think it's
man.
funny to relate the story.
He told like
but I wasn't
5
happy at the
different
time.
stories about that yesterday, dude.
You
Like,
seem pretty happy about it. I can't
yeah,
lie.
It's funny to talk about, but in the moment, believe me, you don't want to be in that room when he lets one go.
Yeah,
Good.
Anyway,
Oh,
South
Super
by,
TS.
it was cool.
yeah. Any final thoughts?
Austin's a nice city.
It is. It's a fun place to visit.
Lots of place to party.
I saw you did some exploration too.
I sure did, yeah. I could not get my flight changed to an earlier time, and in fact, it was delayed until 10 at night
Oh, wow.
on Sunday. So I had the entire day to walk around. I did some cool things. I saw the Capitol building, all right? I saw the University of Texas. I saw the Texas State History Museum, which had a really interesting couple of exhibits. And then I saw there's this bridge in Austin that is famous as a place where bats live. They live underneath the bridge.
Oh, okay.
And they hang there. And at sunset, they all come out, like, to feed
That's so
all at the same time. So there's like, just this tremendous amount of bats that come out almost simultaneously.
That's crazy.
You're just
So,
making it
did
so
we
Steve will
see
never
that
go
when we were
under
in
a
Austin?
bridge. And
No,
no.
I feel
well,
like
you
we
can.
saw
I mean,
that.
It's over water. So. But anyways, there's
I think I know what you're talking
so,
about.
I feel like we
so
saw
many
that.
come out simultaneously that it looks like smoke. If you're
Yeah.
not like right
Oh,
up, there's like
dang.
literally just a cloud of smoke comes
That's
out
so
of it. It was
cool.
wild.
I think
Very cool.
when we were in Austin, I feel like we saw that. I feel like we
Think
saw that
so.
at night or at sunset.
Yeah, I mean they fly all over the city
Yeah, it's crazy.
after they.
So I think
release
we were
themselves.
talking about them being like, I don't know, we had some crazy theory about it. Why there's so many bats. I just remember that.
There's a bridge that's like it's kind
It
of.
was not scientific.
Yeah.
It was completely not scientific. It was like our usual logic, which is
It was nonsensical. It made no sense. It was
Yeah.
not logical in any capacity.
yeah.
Yeah, University of Texas girls are cool. Whatever.
Really?
Whatever.
You were wearing a Georgetown Law.
Oh, I might have been
Shirt.
wearing a Georgetown Law shirt. That actually was not intentional, but
Yeah.
it was very funny, and I'm glad I did it in the end. But I didn't mean to.
It's funny. Walking around the campus. The,
Ladies.
And it was really hot, and I only had jeans, so I was sweating profusely,
oh, yeah?
and so my shirt got pretty gnarly,
Nice.
and then I had to fly on a plane like that.
Yeah. You sit next to the guy
That
next
was
to you
just
like,
a
hey, man,
cesspool.
how's it going?
Glad I had a different flight.
I thought you were a
now.
fan
Glad
of
I had
like
a
the-
different flight.
I met actually on the flight back I met the guy whose company builds a bunch of esports stages completely randomly. He was
Wow.
on sitting next to
Oh,
me.
nice.
He built they built the L1
New York
Oh,
City.
stage.
nice.
They
Okay.
did stuff at PAX. They did stuff at like all the major events. They do
Nice.
stuff
Oh,
for
wow, that's
Riot,
cool.
like all the big things. So
That's cool.
looks pretty cool. What up, man?
Okay.
You're not watching the show for sure, but nice to meet you.
Hopefully David didn't smell too much.
I didn't think about that until right now.
Who's this
Well,
sneaky
why
Why
fighting
wouldn't he
info?
enjoy my robust body odor?
Your musk.
Robust. Okay. This weekend was also Team Stickbug TSB in New York City, and they packed the hell out of
Yes,
Next Level.
it
Yeah,
was
it was
super
Like, it
packed.
did not look like it was fun at all to be in that room, but the matches were ridiculous,
Yeah.
and a lot of people flew out there for
Oh,
that.
cool.
So there was a pretty decent meeting of
It was some
East
crazy
Coast, West Coast,
guilty
Midwest.
gear
Yeah,
that
Texas,
happened this
yeah, it was
weekend. You had
wild.
everybody in the building, man.
really exciting.
Damon
stuff.
Yeah, I
was
couldn't
there.
believe the bracket. When I saw it, I was like, there's so many out-of-towners. It was crazy.
Like the first part of the bracket was like top 3, top 5
Dude,
matches.
so Cookie was tweeting out all like these highlights
These
all
gifs.
weekend long, and every time I saw the highlights, I was like, "Well, this has got to be late in the bracket."
Yeah,
and it was like right
the
at the
first
beginning.
day,
You
yeah.
know?
It
Like,
was so
even
crazy.
Raph like flew out there from Texas, so shout outs to Raph. He
Yeah, I
made
saw
it all the way
him.
out
Saw
there.
him in the
Kid
crowd.
Viper was there too.
Yeah, Kid Viper made it out there.
Well,
Well, I mean, he's
the
in fourth
Kid
place,
Viper versus Marlin Fi. Oh, it was face melting. It was so good.
Cool. Okay, I didn't see any of this. I'll have to go back
Yeah,
and watch.
man. Marlon was
So.
wearing a
Seventh
fedora.
place was
He looked
Kizzy K.
anime.
He looked so anime, and I
Oh,
was
man.
so proud. I was like, "You go, little anime guy."
When he took a picture with his trophy, and
Yeah,
there was like
dude.
an anime filter on it and
Yeah.
everything. Oh man, it was crazy.
Marlon,
Nice work.
Kyohei. That's what I like to see, man. It was some crazy matches.
Yeah. Kizzy K and Lord Knight tied for 7th place. Zidane and Zach Shiner
Yep.
with Dizzy getting.
Dude, they're
fifth
buffing
place.
that character in the next
Dude, that's
game,
scary,
and
dude.
I don't understand why.
But see, here's the
nobody
thing.
even plays. Like, oh my god, it makes me
You
so.
kept saying that. You were telling me that a long
that
time
character
ago. You were
does
doing
not
that
get
same
enough
thing.
play. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, dude, and
You're
I'm.
like not. You're like Dizzy's not nearly as bad as people. Yeah.
They don't know, dude. I'm looking at people play this character, and I'm just.
Well, here's the thing, right? 4th place was Kid Viper, Johnny. That makes sense, right? Minus with Eno getting 3rd place.
mine is this horse
But
man.
2nd place, the person who won Arxis,
Diamendo.
the Anime Ascension,
Yeah.
Diamendo, and Slayer is also considered not a great character.
That's why
right?
I'm glad you said that. I am so happy that Slayer won. Oh, first
Well,
off,
for
Anime
second place.
Ascension,
Yeah,
and then
uh-huh.
to go on to like repeat success to get
That is
second
really
place.
impressive.
Like a lot of people do not give Slayer. They're like, oh, he's nowhere near as good as he was in the other games. He doesn't have anything now. And I'm looking at Daimendo, and I'm just like, oh my god! Like it makes me so happy that he is like taking like this really. He's using. Playing Exert Slayer, and it
Yeah.
looks so good. He's using it in such like
'Cause the
YRC
thing about it is,
canceling.
like,
Oh,
I mean,
Because people
honestly,
get stuck in those old mindsets with the
Yeah.
character if they played him for forever.
And
they
then
have-
plus the other thing too is XX Slayer was like stupid.
Yeah,
So if he's not as good as XX Slayer, he's probably still very, very scary, right? I
Look,
mean,
a lot of people did not know how to adjust to that character. I feel like playing him in a new engine actually threw a lot of people off. And like you said, a lot of people get stuck in the old mindset.
Yeah.
but he did get some buffs that he needed, like comboing off the overhead and everything like that, right?
And plus on like counter, just for like basic counter and stuff. But he still had more than enough tools to operate. I mean, there were small things that kind of attribute to that, but overall, he's still the same character.
I mean, the fact that he got second place only to Marlon Pie. Marlon Pie, who was the only American in top 8 at EVO this past year. So he's like always been that U.S. Guilty Gear player, right? He's always been that guy. And sure enough, here is Damendo just getting second place right under
Really
him.
cool.
Super TSB was really, really good.
I mean, the
Also in Kizzy, that was a great occurrence.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently, I got the inside scoop for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen to me now.
Okay,
So,
okay.
apparently Kizzy fell asleep, right? He fell asleep in a house gathering. And while he was asleep, he kind of woke up and he mumbled. He's like, I'm not shook. I'm not shook. And I was like, yo, so Kizzy was shook the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And I attribute that to his showing at Super TSB. So we got to unshook my boy Kizzy. You got to become unshook. Head to the mountains. Do some meditating. Clean up your diet. You got to focus, man.
Yeah, you gotta find the yin.
Come back
yin to your
unshook.
yang.
Get well soon, Kizzy. The shookness, man. I just hate to see my boy out there shook on the East Coast. He couldn't contact nobody. My baby, Jesus Christ.
Can't be
Anyways,
Oh, people are saying the audio is crackling. Hang on 1 second. Let me do something.
Our lapel mics that we use here.
Yeah. We'll get right on
Our
that.
top. Let me just. Is it?
Oh, no,
is
don't
the
do that.
cable-
Don't do
Oh,
that. Oh,
no.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, it's probably fine.
So much
it should be
money.
good. It should be good.
Shook.
But no, good stuff there. Good stuff to that.
Focus, Kizzy.
Good stuff to those players. But then there was also BlazBlue there, and Jonah took first place there. SKD taking second. Third place was Flux. Fourth place Grover, and fifth place tied was Jin and C. The Kizzy. Is that the same Kizzy? No, it's a different Kizzy.
I thought Kizzy got like ninth or something.
Yeah, and seventh place
Shook.
was Gigitachi and Arm. So I did not get to see as much.
Yeah, I
of
didn't get to
that,
watch as
so
much BlazBlue.
unfortunately.
By the way, those results did not show up on the stream that whole time.
What?
Nope.
They did not? I thought they were there.
Nope. It only showed, you see the actual names don't show up.
Oh, the results are. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're all scrolled off to the side.
I mean, it's whatever. I just wanted to let you
Yeah,
know for the
that's
future.
fine. Whatever. It's all good. Okay, but that was TSB this past weekend, so good stuff.
Cool.
A
lot of cool events.
Take a break and we can talk about the Street Fighter V patch when we come back.
I just want to give a shout out to Sencal Standoff, which we did not talk
Oh,
about.
yeah,
Yes,
you're right.
House
You're
standoff,
right.
which is really sick.
It was actually really great. I enjoyed it. Fresno was actually pretty cool, and the event was good.
Made a lot of
It was
new fans down there.
Yeah, and it was in a cool venue.
Yeah.
And that
the
venue
venue
was
was really
sick.
cool.
It was
That
like
venue was a lot.
the Fantastic Four headquarters for like fighting games. It was sick, and they had a Wii U there. I mean,
Oh,
Switch
man.
with Zelda.
There was
and
these
I
little
was trying to
kids.
walk past it every time without getting spoilers.
Dude,
I
I
was
was
just
walking
like,
There was like these 5-year-old, they're just like kids. They were super young and they were playing for like the whole
I mean,
day.
they're probably like 10.
And all I was thinking was like, I
they're
should just
they're
like.
probably like
don't
they
know,
were
just try the
probably
game.
so young. They were like half of Sejam's age, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
that's
true.
super young. 10
But
years
yeah,
old.
did you see? I think you did see. Maybe it was you. We were talking about the one kid who just kept vulturing the whole time. He was just there, and he was like looking at the
yeah.
other kids, and he was just like waiting for his chance. And he would be like,
Gonna
"No,
do it."
don't go that way. Go the other way." He was like trying to give the people directions.
Backseat driving, yeah.
Come on, man.
Gotta let
And
him
it
go.
worked. It definitely worked.
Yeah.
He got it, and then he was just on there for a long time.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, it was very cool.
Also wanted to mention that there was a Japanese Nationals BlazBlue Central Fiction tournament this
Oh
past
wow, I didn't
weekend
even know
as
about
well.
this.
Yeah, Bravers Revel, and I don't have the results here, unfortunately. It says results, but
Wow,
I
really
don't see-
impressive stuff. Can't believe you won that.
At Bravers Revel.
Yes, that sounds like the best name possible for a BlazBlue tournament.
Yeah.
to
Why
be
not?
honest with you. Yeah, they
I
don't
definitely
have-
didn't know about
Rebel
this. I'm
One
gonna have to go
action.
read this.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
actually have
the
the
wheel
the,
of fate
the-
is turning.
It is.
They don't have the guys in here who won, so I would. They have a video here that probably has it, but they do not list the players, unfortunately. So, I feel bad because the thing about it is the four of us don't play BlazBlue, and I always feel like we kind of give BlazBlue the shaft on this show.
No,
And
I was messing with it. It's just I'm not planning enough to keep track of who's good.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
We cover
So,
what we can.
Back in the day,
yeah,
I played, but
again, there's no hard it's not like any of us here like dislike the game.
I actually have the game.
I actually
Yeah,
think it's better than Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
You can
go.
shut your whore mouth. You can do that. How about you want to do that?
You're
Huh?
done.
You want to?
just get out of here, David.
Is that what you want to do?
And we'll
Is
see
that
you guys
stuff?
talking about the five patch after the break. We'll see you guys then.
All right, be right back, guys.
After the break.
Be right back.